Hi, welcome to another Brew with the Crew. I'm Hugh, this is Lee, and today we're talking about IGEL.
Cheers, Hugh. So, for the purpose of this conversation, mate, what's IGEL all about? Tell me.
So, Lee, IGEL is a next generation edge operating system, and what that means is it's a operating system that goes on an endpoint, turns it into a thin client, essentially. Really lightweight, Linux-based operating system, and really secure as well.
So that's cool. I like that. What about some good use cases? Where's some funky, cool use cases? Where's this technology being used?
Yeah, cool. No, good question, Lee. IGEL is focusing heavily on remote working at the moment, enabling a lot of scenarios for remote working in a secure manner. Now, as you can understand, it's a huge focus for a lot of businesses at the moment to help end users work from home in a secure way without the, implications of using Windows 10 from home. People's computers might be riddled with viruses, infecting your files, etc., etc. IGEL is a way to boot into a virtual infrastructure securely from an endpoint by booting off a USB drive. So that's one of them.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Some of the other awesome scenarios we're seeing are extending the life of hardware, right? So you may have aging hardware that no longer runs Windows 10 properly, isn't working to its fullest capacity, or maybe you've got Windows 7 endpoints. Now we can change those into a UD Pocket or a IGEL endpoint and boot the IGEL operating system, meaning it's secure and works better than Windows does. There's less overhead for management, etc., and actually way lower cost of ownership than buying new hardware and managing the implementation and service that comes around that.
And what about different where are you seeing it in different sectors? Are you seeing it in like health and places like that?
Yeah, definitely. Seeing it in healthcare, where I guess endpoint security is paramount, and they want things to just work in healthcare, right? So we've got healthcare endpoints that are secure, maybe walking around on carts.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah, there's roving stations they have. That's a really big use case for IGEL. Anywhere where there's, security is paramount, and usability is paramount as well. So, end user productivity is a focus for IGEL, making sure things just work out of the box.
Excellent. I was going to ask about user experience. What about cost first? What does this thing sort of look like cost-wise?
Yeah, so cost is an interesting one. There's TCO calculators on IGEL's website, right? You can go and check it out, do some calculations yourself, or we can help you with that. But essentially, it brings down the total cost of ownership for your endpoints. That's its goal. That's what it's there for, as well as providing secure endpoint workspace for your users. What we found is that people don't consider the ongoing costs and maintenance costs of Windows 10 management, implementing antivirus products, and Intune management, etc. Whereas IGEL, it's really simple to manage and can actually be managed by one person, thousands of endpoints, and really, really simple to manage. So it brings that total cost of ownership down that way as well,
right?
Not just the endpoint cost itself. So
cool. What about, so I said user experience. So if you think about, now I know what it is and how it's used, what's an experience like? So say I'm using a physical piece of tin or hardware or a laptop one day, and tomorrow I'm given an IGEL OS on that piece of hardware, or a UD Pocket to say, right, this is now the way you access. What's that experience like for me?
So we were really surprised by that. The first time we made an IGEL endpoint, we plugged in a Bluetooth Plantronics headset, and we used Teams Cloud Voice and via the PSTN. It just worked. Everything just worked. This is through WVD in the cloud, and everything just worked. Same thing with printing. Same thing with your drivers. Same thing with everything. It just works.
Now you sound like you're talking about Macs.
Definitely talking about Macs, mate.
Just works.
Although it does work on a Mac as well.
There you go.
You can get rid of that Mac.
Just works.
Garbage. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So IGEL, or IGEL is hedgehog in German, is a really cool endpoint workspace for you.
So cheers, Hugh, and thanks everybody. Stop on by for a brew and have a chat with the crew.